We got to the airport, we checked in, everything was fine. And as we were walking towards the plane, we got stopped by the police. He took me into an interview room. He goes, he wants to ask me further questions. He goes, my children were with me. Then he goes, I'm going to take your children. That was the last time I saw my children.
لما دخلوا علينا وأنا كنت يعني بحالة يعني صعبة جدا، لأني كنت أسقطت مولود من بطني، وأخذوا على طول يعني كانوا يسألوا عن زوجي وأخذوه. كان الوضع صعب جدا على الأطفال. حاولت إني أمسك أعصابي عشان أطفالي، يعني أي أم بتحاول إنها تبدي أولادها على كل إشي في الحياة. فأنا حاولت بكل قوتي إني أكون معهم وإني ما أتركهم بحياتي. فخففت عنهم وقلت لهم يعني هذا من الله وابتلاء ولازم نصبر.
Just as I was about to pray, I said to my mum, what time is sunrise? And she moved the curtains to see how much light there was. And as she moved the curtains, we saw lots of men running past the window. So I walked to the front door, and because I was at my mum's house and I wasn't at home, I didn't want them to smash the door in. So I opened the door. They were wearing helmets. One police officer pushed me into the living room and everybody else just ran into the house.
You don't know who's thinking of you this way, who's talking of you that way. You don't know if when you're talking to someone, you don't know what's going through their mind. Everybody, you're left feeling everybody is talking about you.
And everywhere you go, you think people are looking at you, and especially since he's been convicted now, people who used to ask how he was or how we were just don't bother asking anymore.
Every day, somebody from HHUGS, every day rings to ask me, how am I? I can't go to my family because my family don't like the Muslim thing that my son went into.
أنا في غربة، ما عندي عائلة وما عندي أصدقاء، يعني كانوا دائما يعني ألاقي منهم يعني الكلام، يعني يسبوا مثلا، يقولوا لي نينجا، يسبوا علي لأنه يتهزوا على الحجاب.
The looks that I got, just friends abandoning me, nobody calling me. My friends, that's who I used to go out to lunch with, dinner with, go out with, they completely abandoned me because of what happened. Honestly, I have family living close by, extended family. Not one of them came to see me during the whole thing.
The worry about the kids, the worry about myself, the not knowing of things.
I asked them, what's happening to my kids? Where's my kids? Am I going to get them back? Are they coming home? They said no. They said they've been placed in a foster care home.
And this is 100 times worse than being divorced. Because you're married, but there's no marriage. You have to just keep doing everything alone. And eventually it affects your relationship.
1 hour a week is not enough to see me, to see my children, to spend time with them.
I was told that they couldn't keep me on, so I lost my job.
You have to keep how you're going to pay car insurance, your bills. Because my bank account didn't work, it's putting a lot of pressure on you because you want to buy shoes for your son. And you need extra money. They need to know why you need the extra money. And it's all the time, everything needed a reason. That was traumatic even for the kids. Because my son, he goes to the corner shop and he buys a bottle of milk and he comes home and says, Mom, the man, he didn't give me a receipt. It's a 7 or 8 year old boy who comes home and he's worried about having a receipt.
I had a job where it was just too much pressure. There was just way too much pressure. when there's not enough money, when you need to speak to someone, when the kids are fighting. Everything is a reminder that your husband is not there. And I realised I was at breaking point.
إن قطعت الفلوس، حالتي الصحية انهارت، يعني الأمور كلياتها صارت فوق طاقتي. تبعات الغاز صار بدهم فلوس، تبعات الكهرباء كلياتهم يقطعوا لي، هددوني يقطعوا لي اياهم. كل شيء معي أنا ما عاد عندي أنا شيء لحتى لا أقدمه أو لا أعطي.
I work for £200 a week and my rent is £180 a week. A week. Having to eat and leave little back for me to get for tomorrow, you know? And I have to remind myself, okay, stop eating now because you haven't got anything for tomorrow.
My son is in prison and I can't even send him no money because I don't have it for myself either. The times I go to people's houses to try and get a plate of food for the day.
الأولاد مثلا في المدرسة يواجه إنه يضربوا الأولاد ويتعدوا عليه لأنه فيش حدا يعني يدافع عنه، أو إنه عنده حدا عارفين إنه أمه اللي عنده في البيت. فكانت ظروفنا صعبة جدا. كانوا دائما يسألوني ليش أبوي أخذوه، ما كنتش أقدر أحكي لهم شو السبب. ليش بابا ليش ما عندناش أب؟ هاي برضو كانت تحس بنفسهم. يروحوا على المدرسة، أنا طبعا أوديهم على المدرسة، يتفاجئوا وإحنا ماشيين في أمهات مع أبائهم ماشيين مع أولادهم، فبيحكوا لي ماما ليش طيب هم عندهم أب بيروحوا مع بعض وإحنا ما عندنا أب يودينا.
कभी कभी तो बच्चे बहुत ज़्यादा, क्योंकि फादर ना हो तो बहुत छोटा, उसने तो अबू का प्यार नहीं देखा. वो बहुत करता है कि मेरे अबू नहीं है इधर, लेकिन और बाद में ऐसा था जो बड़ा बेटा है वो एपिलेप्टिक है, तो जब हम इधर आए हैं तो उसको बार बार फिट पड़ते थे बहुत ज़्यादा, क्योंकि वो अपने अबू को बहुत ज़्यादा मिस करता था.
Like I said, my eldest is suffering from depression and stress. My youngest boy's, he keeps everything inside. My youngest girl, she started self-harming.
I do the best that I can to help my children to not feel that their father is missing. You just feel as if everything is completely out of your control, and you want to scream but you can't, and everything is just whizzing around you. I felt like an emotional wreck.
Sometimes I just like want to go to sleep and I don't even want to wake up.
I know that Allah's put me in this situation for a reason. I don't know what the reason is, and I know that this is my test and I don't want to fail my test. So for that reason I keep going.
صرت دائما يعني عايشة بخوف. دائما كنت يعني ما أعتبر حالي إنه إنسانة حقيقة، لأنه الضغط كتير صار علي، وخاصة بعد ما قطعوا كل شيء علي. لا أقدر آكل، لا أقدر كمل حياتي. صاروا ياخذوني لدكاترة نفسية. صار ما عندي شعر بالمرة، صرت صلعة. ما عاد، حياتي انهارت كلياتها.
فصار يحكي لي إنه في مؤسسة اسمها هوج، لو إنك أنت تتصلي عليهم خير، يعني بدوا يبلشوا يساعدوني بالأولاد، يحكوا معاي، بدهم مثلا يطلعونا من الجو اللي إحنا فيه. يعني في رحل كانوا بيعملوا رحل جماعية.
You know how they say that Allah sends His help through people? That's just how I'm feeling every time I hear about HUGS.
وبعدين صاروا يبلشوا بالمحاضرات، وهاي كانت برضو شغلة كويسة، برضو تغيير الجو بدل ما يضله قاعد في الغرفة لحاله.
और बाकी के जब बच्चे कुरान हिफ्स कर रहे थे तो उनके लिए भी अलग पैसे देते थे। हम बहुत खुश हैं क्योंकि हग्स के साथ हम बहुत ज़्यादा खुश हैं, क्योंकि हमें बहुत ज़्यादा हौसला मिलता है जब फैमिलीज़ के साथ जाएं, उनसे बात वगैरह करते हैं। ऐसे जो बंदे को ज़्यादा परेशानी होती है तो उससे थोड़ा हौसला मिल जाता है।
For the children especially, the Eid parties, that they take that off their heads. You know, we have issues, okay, but we are still families who need the support, because most of these families, they don't have the father around.
When all other doors are closed, HUGS is the one that's always open.
I went to do my math and English, so I got level 2 math and English, and I put my name down for a TA course.
I asked HUGS to help me fund another course so that I could do a job where I would be spending more time with my children, and it means that I'll be able to pay off my debts now and provide for my children.
They're trying to lift the burden off you and try to carry the burden themselves.
But they have been a lifesaver. And not just money, not just the money. It's not the money that counts. What I'm more grateful for is just knowing that there's people there.
Whatever they say they were going to do for me, they have delivered. That just sounds like a caring mother. Do you know what I'm saying? That's what HUGS, well, that's how I see HUGS anyway. I'm truly grateful for them.
Your family will move away from you, your friends will move away from you, but HUGS is always going to be there to support you.
HUGS has helped us to rebuild our lives, I think. They've helped me to rebuild our lives. Thank you for being there when no one else was. Thank you for not turning me away when I needed help. And thank you for believing in me.